Alexa, call Jaden. Alexa, hang up and call Jaden. Alexa, hang up.
Ho, 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 hello there. My name is Fireplace, and welcome back to Jaden. Yesterday morning, I woke up and finally decided to give in and watch the Lord of the Rings trilogy. So I brought out the DVDs, realized I didn't want to watch the extended editions, pulled them up on not HBO Max, got bored fairly quickly, closed HBO, opened Prime, and scrolled until I saw this strange little thing with Jim Henson's name on it. It looked pretty cute, so I added it to my list, and I realized that if I did not watch this right then and there, I was never going to get the chance to experience Emmet Otter's Jug-Band Christmas ever again. If you, like me, didn't know a single thing about this before clicking on this video, you're in luck, because apparently a bunch of people knew about this. The exact same day I watched this, Andrew Reynolds posted "It's Emmet Otter season" with a picture of his Emmet Otter's Jug-Band Christmas collectible collection on Instagram. Also, to clarify, it's Emmet Otter, not Emmet the Otter. So, later on, if I say Emmet the Otter, that's on me. Do as I say, not as I do. Based on a children's book of the same name, this silly little Christmas special aired on the Canadian Broadcasting Channel in 1977 to fairly positive reviews. According to the little sidebar thing on Amazon Prime, Henson supposedly proposed the special to singer-composer Paul Williams as a trial run to see if the Henson Company was capable of a feature-length Muppet movie, which explains the amount of detail and complexity in the set design, camera work, and most importantly, the puppetry. Growing up as if I'm not still growing up, my sister loved the Muppet movie. Not the Muppet movie, the Muppets from 2011. She was like 4, and I, at the time, was already really interested in puppetry. So before I knew about this or any of Henson's other works, I already had a really big respect for the art form. Then, I don't know exactly, I'm gonna say 2017, I was introduced to the Dark Crystal and Labyrinth, and from then on, everything changed. But according to the IMDb trivia, we would not have gotten those projects if it wasn't for this. So, though everything may not be perfect, and there's a lot that's not perfect, there's some really impressive stuff in here. There's a scene about 20 minutes in where Emmet, that one, and his mother, Ma Otter, that's going to be very fun to say, are sliding down a hill. It's mostly like a trick of camera work or probably wires, but they slide down this hill so gracefully and perfectly without any... I can't see any wires, I don't see any, cuts in the floor. It's perfect. Like their arms, it's so good. Also, yes, I do agree that these puppets are horrifying. They look like and look like they smell like if the word porridge was a person. They're not people like an otter. But at this point, that's just puppetry. Have you seen the original designs for Jen and the Dark Crystal? Besides, they kind of grow and as the movie continues. They're kind of cute, just a little bit. But that's enough meandering. Let's dive in to Emmet, not the Otter, Emmet Otter's Jug-Band. So depending on the version, we are met with one Kermit the Frog on a bike ride introducing himself as the narrator. He doesn't show up till the last 10 minutes of the thing.
That's Emmet Otter's Jug-Band Christmas.
And if his day wasn't already going just swell, he gets bombarded by some Rainforest Cafe rejects from a neighboring town.
Hey, look, it's a frog!
Ah, that's a toad. Frogs ain't that ugly.
Remember them, they come back later. Basically, they call him ugly and peel, then Kermit sends us into the opening credits. I don't want to do the title card thing. That belongs to Dead Meat. Title card! On my lake, there is boat beneath otters. Here we meet Emmet and Ma Otter. Ma Otter, it's too much to say. I'm gonna call her Beady because her eyes are beads, I think. They're singing a little 3-minute long ditty called The Bathing Suit That Grandma Wore, and it's just...
She was known even more for the bathing suit she wore.
It's just as wild as it sounds.
Even so, it was her bathing suit.
I don't know if we ever find out how, but Pa Otter, the dad, died and left these two just sad and alone, delivering laundry parcels and reminiscing about how his job was utterly pointless.
Pa should have gotten rich on snake oil, but there just aren't enough
People who want to oil a snake.
Oh, Pa used to always say that when business was bad.
Yup, he said it a lot.
Hey, it's impressive and all, but that walk, so weird and slow. Emmet notices a guitar being sold for $40, which, hey, that's a steal if you ask me. What the hell? They see the harem of hooligans inside the shop just playing some absolutely fire tunes. And this horrifying thing called Chuck says he's hungry.
Hey, everybody, Chuck's hungry!
No, I'm not hungry.
He's not hungry. He's
hungry.
Then they scram. The Otter fam paddles back to their home with some just vicious foreshadowing.
About all I got left is a sense of humor in a wash tub.
Well, at least there ain't no hole in the wash tub.
Head full of good thoughts, belly full of grub, money in your pocket.
They pass by this fair gentleman, Doc Bullfrog, my favorite on the pond. Look at how cool he is. He's sweet too.
There go two of the nicest folk on the river.
He's all I've ever wanted in a man. The following morning, Emmet and Beatty have some unexpected company.
Company, Ma!
Both suggesting they join this talent show competition for a grand prize of $50.
Well, Emmet, are you going to enter?
Enter what?
The contest.
Both conversations go pretty much the exact same way. Basically, they say no, because they think they have no talent, which I didn't want to say it.
You do have a mighty fine singing voice.
Anybody'd be interested in $50.
They are then told by their respective company that they do have talent. They realize they could do it, but they both have to make a sacrifice on behalf of the other person. Emmet would have to put a hole in the wash tub. But you just sing a whole song about it. And Beatty would have to sell her somehow deceased husband's tool chest that Emmet uses to repair things. Bro is handy manny. For some reason, she needs to sell it for a costume. I mean, what she's wearing is fine, but you do you, girl. We support an independent queen here.
You know I'm sexy.
Hoping they win, they'd use the $50 to get the other musical instrument. Beatty wants to get Emmet the guitar from earlier, which we saw the price. It's a steal. $40 is doable when you got $50. Emma wants to get his mama a piano again because they had to sell it. He even says, I can't buy a piano.
I can't buy a piano for $12.50 anyway, but you could put a down payment on a used one.
I don't think he knows how buying a piano works. I mean, I don't either. I can't even get the words out, but I don't think $50 is gonna cut it even for a down payment. Sorry to burst your bubble, buddy. Then we get a way too long montage of both of them weighing out the pros and cons of their situations. They both, for some reason, come to the conclusion that it's okay to get rid of, sell, or break the other person's personal belongings if their intentions are for the greater good. After almost a half hour into this 50-minute television special, we are finally introduced to the titular Jug-Band.
But if you taste like wine, you like cider, not wine, and your very favorite thing to do.
Let's get a pretty girl dancing to Jug-Band music. I miss a mama's barbecue.
Oh, thank God. Is what we've been waiting for?
Hey, fellas, do you hear something?
Oh, thank God, they're being ambushed. The ragtag reservoirs reappear looking like the baddest asses in town. I wrote these words. These popped into my mind, left my mouth, and I was like, yes, this is going in.
What was that all about?
Immediately after the first practice, we cut to the talent show segment that goes on for like 10 minutes straight. Yeah, it's charming, and it's got all the Muppets' signature backstage tomfoolery. But now knowing that it's supposed to be a trial run to see if, like, they could plausibly make a Muppet movie, you can kind of tell that it's them showing off what they're capable of doing. Like, what's this? And this. Is this really necessary?
And this year's chairman of the judges, the owner of the Riverside Rest, Waterville's favorite cafe and night spot, Doc Bullfrog.
Quick aside about the story, this weasel dude sings the same song that the Jug-Band was playing, and they were like, shucks. So Emmet takes the initiative and says, let's change our song last minute. And the band says, okay, we've only practiced once, but we got this.
Come on, where are we going? Out in the alley. We're not on for a while yet. We gotta rehearse a new song.
Alright, let's go back to the town. The Jug-Band gets called back in from the alley just in time for Beatty to get on stage to sing a really pretty solo in her fresh out of the oven drip. Damn! We finally get to see the Jug-Band spit some fire, and they should have just kept the same song. What is this, guys? Come on.
How much alike we are. Perhaps we're long lost brothers.
What are we doing here? Okay, this is gonna be a really big nitpick, but how did the pianist get the sheet music for this? We did not see Emmet tell anyone that they were changing the song. I mean, it seems like the sheet music for the piano is just repeating the same chords over and over again, but still, continuity. There was some pretty big applause considering how that was, and are super ready to win. Seriously, I'm sorry. Did you see those other acts? Look at them literally defying gravity. Girl, you strummed a wash pit. Then, even more last minute, this Fox guy pulls the faculty of freaks out of his ass and lets them close off the night with this garbage.
We think what we want. We do anything that we wish.
And they win! Another 3 minutes, just ear-bleeding ammonia I can't come up with any more alliteration. And the crowd goes wild. It says a lot about society, especially local bands.
And so, the winner of our first annual talent contest is the Nightmare.
I can't believe you do this stuff. The Jug-Band and Beatty sit outside the theater all sad and mopey, and the Otter fam admit their doings to each other and yada yada. Then Doc Bullfrog says this.
I think you should know that the judges were impressed by both of your acts. They just needed, well, that little something extra. Keep working on it.
Bullfrog? More like bullshit. I mean, he's right, but still, it's a very douchey thing to do right after they lost. They had 2 family members in it, and neither of them won. Then they sing some more, then Ma gets a pretty good idea.
Those 2 songs could fit together. I'm gonna start singing my song, and you come in singing yours when I show you.
They do that, and it's great, and it goes on for too long, and then we get this horrifying shot. The entire neighborhood steps out on the dock to listen and applaud, then Doc redeems himself by spitting out the moral of the story.
That's fine music, folks. I thought you needed something a little extra, but it appears to me that what you needed was each other.
And also hiring them to perform at his restaurant, where we meet back with our reliable narrator pal, Kermit D. Frog. There are 3 minutes left of this scene. Where did he go? The Jug-Band and Beatty gather on the ice and sing a song in memory of Pa Otter, and the special ends. That was Emmet Otter's Jug-Band Christmas. Do you think the Jug-Band is on Spotify? What about Beatty? Though incredibly frustrating at times and downright painful to listen to at other times, it's a really cute Christmas special and definitely deserves a watch. It's great for the holiday season, it's great if you like the Muppets, it's great if you're interested in some German expressionism. I really like the moral of just keep on trying, it will get you somewhere, even if you lose the first time to some Rainforest Cafe rejects. I got nothing. Technically, it holds up pretty well, though there are many a goofy shot. The puppetry is still really impressive and shows the talent amongst Henson and his team. Like I said, go watch it. It's short, sweet, and good for the holidays, and definitely gets the Jadney Parks maybe let's not remake this seal. I said that wrong. Moral of this story? Go watch this thing. It's cute, it's on Amazon Prime and Peacock. It's on Amazon Prime. It's short, it's sweet, it's perfect for the holidays, and definitely gets the Jadney Park seal of let's definitely not remake this thing. That's all I got for you guys today. Happy December. Happy holidays. Happy Merry Chrismakkahnza. Stay cheerful, stay jolly, and stay gold, everyone.